Alright guys, welcome back to war number 10. I'm not going to sugarcoat this one. It's probably one of my worst performances in war history, but we're going to just move on. First fight is Viv against Korg here. It went great. I even screwed up a little bit. I should not have thrown that special 1 at the beginning. You got to wait and get to the special 2. That was my, that's just, I don't know, it was instinct or whatever it was, but that's fine. Doesn't really mess me up too bad on this particular fight, but not my not the start that I really wanted. There we go. We get the special 2 with the rock field down, like the rock shield down, get a nice perfect 5x solar burst there. Now we just have to get to the special 1, make sure that his rock shield is down. So there, it's coming back. So we're going to go make sure that we knock it down. We can phase one more time, and then we skip past the special 1 and we actually get another special 2. Now this Mysterio on node 10 with Silk and Cassie and Void all banned, Titania, Hulk, all glow like banned for the season. I went with Sandman here against this Mysterio, and I get clapped right off the bat. Mysterio's AI is always a little annoying. Because of the global tactic, I can just bait special 1s. The issue is getting that initial slow on, because you got to knock him down. So every time I have that dex on, there's a chance that when I hit into him, I am going to get triggered the unstoppable. And so on that first special 1, I didn't counter it. I get clipped again. I'm frustrated as all hell at this point that I can't get a little intercept in. Finally, I get one in, I get the special 1 off, and I finally get a slow on. Now that the slow is on, as long as he throws the special fast enough, I need to be able to be super aggressive and keep getting special 1s. But his special 1 is so slow, no pun intended. Every time I put on my slow, it's almost removed by the time I want to hit him, by the time I get to another special 1. It's extremely frustrating. Ideally with Sandman, I probably should have gone for a special 2, and here I screw up with Sandman and I go for an extra heavy attack because that's just a mistake on my part. I get clipped again, intercept with a special 1 to try and get this fight back under control, and it was just awful from the get-go. I end up actually recovering quite nicely here, and you can see I'm baiting the special 1 no problem, because this fight goes south at some point. I have to try and even though it went bad at the beginning of this fight, I figured, okay, fine. I had a really nice recovery here. I was able to there get the heavies in again. Then I realized there that my resistance ups like disappeared, so I can't throw another heavy this time. So everything is working out okay at this point, but again, the slow is going to disappear before I can get him knocked down again, and there's just I can't avoid those dexes on the special 1, and then when I attack in here, he triggers the unstoppable and I'm toast. I actually went in back into this fight and I think I died at least 2 more times. I think it was like, I think I gave up. Not going to sugarcoat it. I died like 5 times to this guy. It was awful. I really thought I was going to be able to get him down. I finally got him down eventually. You can see I wasn't even healing up to 100% at that point, because I'd already lost all my attack bonus, and I needed to heal up for this fight here against Longshot. And so it was extremely frustrating. Pretty demoralizing when you suck so bad on a fight. 45 seasons of Alliance War, over 25 of them online. I don't think I've had a fight that went that south so bad. And it was just a bad combination. And, next time I would make a couple other, there are potentially some other adjustments. There's some other characters that could, I think Stealth Suit Spider-Man was one of the ones that could have done that fight a bit better, but it's still, that means that I would be limited in other fights, so that becomes a whole issue of planning and whether or not that works out, you know, where you almost have to have guys taking different paths in different sections, which at this point we don't really do that in our alliance. It's still everyone takes a specific path and then we split the minis. So until you start like splitting up individual paths, you can see there again, I didn't get the slow on fast enough and I get clipped with an unstoppable. Here, Longshot decided that he did not want to throw a special, so I'm forced to throw my special 3 Longshot, and he's already back up to 100% health, so that was nice and fun. But again, I needed Longshot to throw specials. If he doesn't want to throw specials, I am kind of screwed. So he finally throws a special there, and I can go ahead and get my nice heavies off. There we go. He wants to throw a heavy, great. He finally throws another special 1. I'll take it. But at this point, you know, get that special 1 back on. We're down to like 35% again. And like after healing back up, and I spent units on big potions this war. So I probably spent over 500 units just on healing up, just because I was going to run out of items otherwise if I didn't get through that fight at that point. So very, very frustrating, but that is how it works sometimes in war, you know, and we're just battling to try and get into, you know, stay in P2, potentially get into P1, and this is how frustrating it can be sometimes. So there we go. Longshot is down. Next up, we've got Gorr with Wiccan. This is relatively easy. Buffet and Arc Overload. Nothing too exciting here. We're just going to go ahead and go with our light ending combo to get the neutralize on it, then go with our medium ending combo to get the incinerate on, and then again we can back up and hold block to get the resistance up. All these different spells will pause our debuffs. There, I didn't get to the special 1, but we got the special 2 off, so he is just absolutely melting. And goodbye, Gorr. So that special 2 was pretty awesome in the end. Next up is Red Skull here on path 3. And Terrax is pretty much Red Skull's a global defender, and Terrax is pretty much the only one here who's a global attacker that can knock him down to get a slow on and is immune to power burn. So you have Terrax's might be one of the few options, if any, for this particular fight. Because you're going to have the combination of dealing with the slow and the slow and the power burn. So Terrax is pretty much the only way to go here. So we have to keep knocking him down to keep the slow on. And it can be, there's also a chance to get, special locked there. So when I hit him, I get special locked. So I need to wait until it's down. But I also need to make sure the slow is up so I don't get crushed. So we're going to go with a special 3 here. It gets a decent amount of damage in there. But it's a little bit of, again, no pun intended, a bit of a slow fight there. You know, big heavy off of the, after the special 3 there. Anytime you throw the your specials, and then as the power's draining, you can stop the power drain and get like a nice big heavy off there. So again, can't do it too fast. Don't really want to push him to special 2. So here, again, we waited out the power lock so we could get the special 2 down. And then a huge heavy afterwards. And then you can basically build, lets you build up to another special pretty quickly. Because after you throw it, there we built up right back to a special 3. So heavy will, your power kind of starts to drain down from whatever special you throw down to 0. A heavy attack stops that. So there, like a nice 18k heavy there. And it puts the slow back on. There, unfortunately, I get clipped for a second, which just means more potions. And Red Skull is just about down. And again, this is one of the, it works out okay because Terrax is also bleed immune and shock immune, which is going to help me later on. So Terrax is actually a cool champion to have for this particular path in this meta. Next up is Antman. We're bringing in Antman again. against Wiccan, because Antman is a global attacker with no buffs. So he is a nice option for Wiccan here. You can still trigger the Dex if you parry with Antman. So you can see that Dex shows up there on the left-hand side, but I don't get the buff. If you parry with Antman and then trigger that Dex, you will get an Incinerate on you. I did test that out again. And so I go with the no parry method here because you don't want that neutralize on you. But we have no buff, so we don't really have to worry about the unstoppable triggering. There, unfortunately, I take a hit to the face. That's fine. Bait some more special ones. Nice counter with the striker into a heavy, and we're just basically brute forcing him down here. Again, we're trying again, no parries. Special 2, even though I was evading it like crazy in Necropolis, I'm not going to try that in Alliance War here. And he's down. So that's okay. Now Terrax is going to make another appearance because we've got this Viv Vision here on Sloped Armor and Thorns. So he's bleed immune. So I don't have to worry about taking Thorns damage. And again, there's no... Viv is not global, so it doesn't really matter. I just have to be careful here on... I do get clipped at the end of that first special one that she throws. If I have less than a bar of power, then it's going to be unblockable there. So at least I play Viv enough that I'm comfortable evading her special 1 for the most part there. Here we're going to get off a nice little special 2. Bait her special 2, easier than the special 1. And again, she is getting all the glancing there, so I'm trying to keep up some rock stacks to try and armor break her as much as possible. Or at least even if she throws the special 2 to remove some of her armor ups that way. So she's down to only 3 armor ups, so I guess there's less chance of her glancing. Again, if you remove her armor ups, they're just going to come back slowly. So again, go for the special 2. Try and get some armor breaks on as best we can. And now we've removed all the armor breaks altogether, so they are going to come back eventually, but at this point, we're not glancing here, so nice 16k medium, and then done. And then we have Terrax, which we're going to use Wiccan for, and we've done Terrax with Wiccan a few times. This one is not on buffet this time, so it's not going to eat my regen there, so I am going to get the regen. If you saw my previous war, I did it on the buffet node on path 1 in section 2, and it got a little dicey. This one, not going to be as dicey. This one's only a 7-star rank 2, not a 7-star rank 3, I believe. So again, just get the resistance up by holding block, bait the end of that special 2. Again, get the neutralize up with the extended duration with the special 1. Nice heavy pauses the spells. You know, either light ender, medium ender, heavy, or dashing back and holding block. All of them will pause your spells. And you can see when I throw my special 1, I get the healing where I heal up right back up to like 87% there. So any damage that I've taken specifically from the rock field damage, not block damage or chip damage, but anything from the rock field like passive damage, I will heal back up with those special 1s. So bye-bye, Terrax. Easy fight with Wiccan. Hope you enjoyed the rest of the war, even though the beginning kind of sucked. Bye, guys.